Hi guys! Okay, so this is the March reading for Taurus. And sorry guys, it's really sunny here today, so I hope you can see all the cards and everything isn't too blinded by the sun. I'll probably be squinting the whole way through this, but there you go. Okay, so yeah, like I said, this is the March reading for Taurus. And Taurus, I was just meditating on your energy before I kind of came on camera. And I got the word why, tricky, and choices. So I don't know if that means tricky choices or two separate things. Something is tricky and choices. Not choices, choice. So a choice, singular. And then the number 1 or 2, not 1 and 2, 1 or 2. So however that resonates, take it. If it doesn't, fine. Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle the cards and we can get into it. So it is Pisces season, so a lot of watery, emotional kind of energy and that going around. So let's see how that works out for you, Taurus. Hopefully it works out in your favor, but who knows. Okay, so what does Taurus need to know for March? What does Taurus need to know for March? Taurus for March. What does Taurus need to know for March? Okay. What does Taurus need to know for March? Taurus in March. What does Taurus need to know? That one. And that one. Okay. 4 more cards. So what does Taurus need to know for March? What does Taurus need to know for March? What does Taurus need to know for March? Taurus need to know for March? What does Taurus need to know for March? Okay, one more card. What does Taurus need to know for March? What does Taurus need to know for March? What does Taurus need to know for March? Ooh, flyer. What does Taurus need to know for March? For March for Taurus. Okay. So that one, and this little flyer. Okay, so I'm just going to turn all the cards over and have a look. So I'm just going to take a second or two to look at the cards, Taurus. If you want, you can fast forward all of this. You don't have to wait for me. So you can fast forward if you want. Okay. Sorry, I'm a tea slurper. Okay, so at the beginning of the month, or coming into March, you may have felt like you needed to take time to contemplate things. So the 4 of Swords is usually a card of taking time to reflect upon things before battle. So you can see he's lying down there in a crypt. He's got 3 swords kind of on the wall, kind of coming down on top of him, and he's got 1 sword underneath. So it's taking time to reflect, contemplate, and think about things before on the eve of battle is usually what they used to do. So they would take time to think about things before they were to go to battle the next day. So it could have been that you were in an energy, or you are currently still feeling in an energy of having a lot of things, like possibly a lot of burdens, or a lot of possibly pain, or a lot of issues or things kind of going on, and needing to take that time to kind of yourself to kind of think about all those things and reflect upon everything so far before moving forward. So that's how I see you at the moment. This goes well then with the 6 of Pentacles. So you are looking to try and create a balance. So you've got the scales there, and Pentacles are always to do with your material kind of earthly things. So anything to do with like work, finances, coins, money, investments. It can also do with like family, and your home. Basically anything in your foundations of life. So these 2 kind of go well because you're taking time to think about all these things and contemplate them in a moment of rest, and trying to find a balance between these things. So it could be that you're trying to find a balance between work and family. It could be that you're trying to find a balance between a relationship and No, not necessarily a relationship. It could be relationships within the family. But yeah, trying to find a balance between certain foundations and kind of core aspects of your life. So the two of those cards together are good because it means that you're not rushing it. So that's good. Okay, so you got then the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is, it's swords, so it's all about your thoughts, and your kind of, to me, this feels like you. So it feels like almost like a progression of this. So while through taking that time of contemplation and thought, you're trying to find that balance, and then you're kind of coming into an energy of sitting on your throne. So you've taken time to kind of lie down and take the edge off. Now you kind of trying to find that balance, and you've decided that you can, you find a bit more of your strength. You find a little bit more, you feel a little bit more grounded is basically how I perceive it. So you're sitting on your throne, you have your sword there. You don't need to use it. You don't feel like, I feel like the time of conflict is over, and I feel like you're kind of sitting there surveying everything after kind of taking that time to think about things and balance things out. And then you're sitting on your throne with your sword raised, just in case there's any more conflict, but it doesn't feel like there is. So you're taking that time, and you're just sitting on their throne waiting, kind of not waiting, but you're kind of assessing everything that's going on before moving forward properly. Because you feel like that energy of that kind of those issues isn't quite finished yet. So you're taking things at the right pace, and also you kind of see there's two birds in the top corner there. To me, that kind of signifies like you will take flight soon, or you will make the right choice that you've got to make between those two. Again, choices, there you go. So you have a choice possibly to make, and you're kind of just weighing up the options and taking your time to think about things. Then you got the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is usually to do with it's to do with having a lot of you've got a lot of things that are kind of on your mind at the moment, and you're not exactly sure how to deal with them. So you're you're kind of battling through kind of the daily kind of grind. You're battling through the day-to-day, and you've only got one to fight off these seven. So you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, a little bit like you're unsure of how to move forward. But if you see, like, yes, he has only got one wand, but he's doing the best that he can. So you are doing the best that you can with the situations that you're trying to deal with at hand. Again, this could be about that choice that you need to make. It could be about several different choices that you have to make. But it's not as heavy as the Swords energy. So, you kind of taken that time to assess those those maybe stronger or more difficult issues. And these things now are just kind of the day-to-day. So you're working through things, which is good. So yeah. Okay. The next card you got then, Taurus, was the... Sorry, I'm just looking at the pictures. I love the pictures. I could stare at these pictures all day. You can find so many things. Was the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is, again, it's cups. So it's all to do with, can be to do with filling up your own cup. So emotions and relationships, partnerships. And the Six of Cups is all to do with again, it's balance. So, 3 and 3, 6. So you've got two sides to things. So this is a card of kind of you're past the 5, so you're going from 1 to 10 in terms of the completion of the cycle. You're past that 5 stage, so you're past halfway. Like I said, you've come from that Swords kind of energy, and you've moved through to that kind of Wands energy. So it's not as heavy. It's getting less and less heavy. And then this with the Six of Cups, to me, this feels like a relationship. Now again, it could be work, family. a sort of work partnership, sorry. It could be a business partnership, it could be family, friends, or it could be a significant other or a partner in love. But it feels like you're finally feeling almost like you're getting to that kind of balanced perspective. It feels like you're starting to smell the roses, as it were. You can see this girl, she's smelling the flowers that are in those cups, and all of those cups have flowers in them. So she's starting to see the beauty in life, or the good things in life. So you're starting to feel like things are starting to lift. If this is to do with kind of a love or kind of partnership or friendship, it could be that you're starting to see the good in that again. And if you look at this reading in terms of a love reading, you could have had some conflict with your other half or with a friend. You need to take some time to yourself to contemplate those things. You felt like you were battling too many things at once, perhaps, but now you're starting to come out of that, and you're starting to see the good of what was actually there. You're starting to smell the roses in life. So you're starting to feel good again internally. I feel like this is almost a very internal card. You're starting to feel within yourself kind of that balance and feeling good about things again. And then you got the Three of Cups, which is a great card. I love this card. You can see there's 3 women in this card, and they are all cheersing a cup and celebrating. So there's reason to celebrate, Taurus. So whatever it is, whether this is to do with, like I said, a partnership or a friendship, or whether it's to do with work or career, there's something to celebrate here. So something is coming in. I feel like this is up to now, or your cards kind of felt like they were kind of past and kind of present energy. Past coming into present. So the kind of the start of March, or the end of February, start of March. That's how I was kind of feeling that energy coming in. But this feels like this is kind of energy, new forward movement. So this is kind of future energy, as it were. So I feel like there's going to be something to celebrate, whether it's to do with the fact that you kind of find that new perspective or that new balance on something, or whether it's something new coming in. Or whether this is just an internal celebration of, internally you're feeling a lot more connected, or internally you're feeling a lot more ready to kind of move forward, or whether it's something external that kind of is coming into your life and you're feeling like you have reason to celebrate. It could be internal or external. My feeling is that it feels more internal. But like I said, it could be any way. So just take it how it resonates. So yeah, reason to celebrate. That's really good. I really like that. Let's have a look now. The next card you got out was the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like, so again, Pentacles is to do with, your earthly material things. So work, family, home, all of that sort of thing. She's in reverse. So I feel like this is, to me, it feels like it's almost a slowness of energy. So it's like taking time, not moving too fast, as it were. Because when she's in the upright, you can see she is standing still, but there's a flow of her kind of dress, like kind of moving forward. I feel like in the reverse, this is more like just take things as they are, take things a little bit slower, and don't rush into anything. Because you're at the 8 as well. So the 8, so like I said earlier, the 10 of a suit is usually to do with the completion of cycles. I feel with the 8, it's like you're almost there. You're almost at that 10 of Pentacles, but you're not there just yet. So you're needing to kind of just take that time, take things slow, Everything about this reading is saying time to kind of take things slow and go with the flow of the pace of how things are working. Don't force anything. And that's very much a Pisces. It's very much that Pisces energy, at the moment, with it being, Pisces season, and it being, their birthday month. So I feel like, and I'm getting this through for a lot of readings as well, not just yours. There's very much a need to kind of go with the ebb and flow of the month. So go with the flow of life. Don't push things too much, because if you push things, they ain't gonna go. So it's very much a case of taking taking kind of time to go with the flow, appreciate everything that you kind of found, especially considering, you know, you found that kind of balance, and you kind of had that kind of celebration of, yeah, okay, I'm finding the balance now, I'm finding that equilibrium. Okay, so now I'm not going to rush things. I'm going to stay here with what I've got at the moment, and I'm going to just go with the flow, and then I know good things are going to come in. So then you got, for your last card, you got your Four of Wands. Now, Four of Wands in reverse. Now, generally when this is in the upright, it is, okay, so you've got the pillars of life, so 11, 11, or 2 and 2, 11, 11, which is the life path, you know, for good fortune and abundance. And you can see it's to do with celebration. They've got garlands up there. There's two people celebrating and everything like that. So it's a really, really nice card, beautiful energy. Now it is in the reverse. So again, I feel like this is saying that this is coming and it's almost there, but you need to hold your horses and wait for, hold your horses and wait for things to kind of come into play in the divine timing. So very much kind of take that time, don't push things, wait for things to kind of come through until the timing is right. And then this card of abundance will definitely get to that. So it's just saying, take your time, don't rush it. So yeah, so it's a really nice kind of energy for you. It's definitely a lot of Pisces energy in there. So again, maybe check where Pisces maybe sits in your chart, your natal chart. If you have Pisces in there, you could be feeling a lot more than other kind of Taurians who maybe don't. But yeah, definitely take time to rest, recuperate, time to yourself to contemplate things, balance things out in your internal. You know, be aware of kind of things that are kind of coming in terms of maybe like any kind of conflict or any extra issues that you might have to deal with. But don't be too worried about that. You're getting through those, you know, on a day-to-day basis. You're battling through those anyway. You come from this swords energy to this wands energy, so you're getting through. Again, you're finding that balance. So the balance with the Six of Pentacles, the balance internally then with your Six of Cups, and through that kind of time of taking that time to kind of figure things out and moving slowly, there is something to celebrate. Okay, but again, don't rush things. Let yourself go with the ebb and flow, and things will come into fruition in divine timing. Okay, so that's your main reading, Taurus. I am just going to, I'm going to pull a couple of oracle cards for you as well. I'm just wondering if I want to clarify anything. Let's have a look. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to clarify this, the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups and Three of Cups I want to do, so. Okay, so why is the Six of Cups here for Taurus, please, for March? Why is the Six of Cups here for Taurus, please, for March? Okay, so you got the Seven of Wands again. To clarify your Six of Cups, you got the Seven of Wands. So that was the card that came out just before your Six of Cups, Seven of Wands. So definitely, I feel because this has come out to clarify this card, and you had the same card just beforehand, it really says to me that you are coming out of that battling through that day-to-day kind of issues and the daily grind and all the kind of that heavy burdensome kind of energy that you're feeling, that you're trying to battle through. You're kind of coming out of that and kind of coming into that new forward thinking of stopping to smell the roses, or realizing that you've got an abundance of things that, you know, trumps these kind of harder issues, and you really need to take time to, you know, stop and smell the roses and appreciate the beauty that you already have in your life, and the beauty that in the abundance that you can have, if you know, do things in the right way. So definitely, this card being clarified by this is definitely coming from that energy of feeling slightly burdened and coming into a more kind of prosperous kind of feeling of balance. Okay, so let's clarify the Three of Cups next for you. So this is about celebration. So why is the Three of Cups here for Taurus? Why is the Three of Cups here for Taurus? Why is the Three of Cups here for Taurus? You're very forthcoming this month, Taurus. You've got a lot to say. And, you know, a lot of the other signs were quite sticky. They didn't want to talk, but, you know, you're quite talkative. But you're a Taurus, so that's kind of goes with your territory. Okay, so... yeah, okay, so you have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse to clarify the Three of Cups. So the Four of Pentacles, normally when it's in the upright position, is holding on to things tight in case you lose them. Okay, so things like work, finances, money, you know, it can be, so Pentacles, like I said, are anything to do with your material kind of world. So family, home. So anything that you hold dear to you, it's like you're almost trying to hold on too tight to those things. And if you hold on too tight to them, you squish them, you know. But you have it in reverse. So to me, this card clarifying the Three of Cups means that you are coming out of this energy. You're coming out of that clutching things too tight because you had all these issues and these burdens to try and kind of move through. You've found that balance and started to kind of sniff the roses again and realize, well, hey, I don't have so many things to really worry about. I'm actually doing okay. I've got all of these things and all of this beauty in my life already. So I don't need to hold on to these things so tight. So I can come out of this energy and actually celebrate internally what I have inside of me and externally in my life. So definitely coming out of that kind of holding things tight and holding on to the things too tight and clutching them kind of energy. So that's good. I'm kind of happy for that for you because it means that you're moving forward. Great. You're going with the flow of things. Perfect for Pisces season. So yeah, I think that's everything that I need to kind of clarify. Actually, no, I'm going to clarify the Four of Wands. So why is the Four of Wands here for Taurus? Why is the Four of Wands here for Taurus? Why is the Four of Wands here for Taurus? Ooh, why is the Four of Wands here for Taurus? Okay. Oh, okay. One fell out, and then there was another one that flipped and literally stuck out to me, so I had to take it. So I'm just going to have a little look at this now. Okay, so yes, okay. So the first card that you got to clarify the Four of Wands in reverse. So Four of Wands, again, like I said, needing to, this fruition, this abundance coming to you, but only if you go with the flow of things and in divine timing. You got the Knight of Pentacles to confirm this. So the Knight of Pentacles is again about, so his pentacle, you can see he's looking at his pentacle. He's not in any rush, okay? So this is forward moving energy. He's looking at this world, this internal world that he wants. This thing that he wants to manifest, but he's not rushing. So again, it's going with the ebb and flow, waiting and moving forward in that divine timing. And then you got the Nine of Pentacles as well, which flipped out. So the Nine of Pentacles, you came from this Eight of Pentacles energy, again, not moving forward too fast. You had the Six of Pentacles as well, which was trying to find that balance earlier in the reading. You went from the 6 to the 8 to the 9. So you're moving forward. There's definite movement forward here, but in divine timing and at the right timing. So going with the flow, trusting things that are working out for you in your favor, but not pushing things. So I love this reading for you. This is really nice. It's really nice energy. So, okay, so that's your main reading. You can head off now if you want, or if you want to see the oracle cards that I've got for you, stick around. So the first one that I'm going to pull for you is the Earth Magic deck. This is a really nice deck. There is a word and then a kind of a short explanation, and then there's more explanation in the book. So I'm going to choose one of those for you, and I'll see what it says. So what does Taurus need to know for March? Taurus for March, please. What does Taurus need to know for March? Oh, that's bad shuffling, sorry. Okay, this one. Okay, I like this one. Okay, so I'm just going to pull all the oracle cards first, and then I'll show you them and explain them all. So the next deck that I'm using is the Spirit Oracle deck. Really nice deck. By the way, I'll link all the descriptions for the decks that I use down in the comments below. So if you ever want to know which ones or where to get them, check them out. So what does Taurus need to know for March? What does Taurus need to know for March, please? What does Taurus need to know for March? need to know for March? What does Taurus need to know for March? Taurus needs to know for March, please. Okay. And then the last one that I'm going to use is the Universe Has Your Back deck. And this has got kind of just a guidance message on each one. So what does Taurus need to know for March, please? What does Taurus need to know for March? What does Taurus need to know for March, please? What does Taurus need to know for March? Ooh, 2. Okay, I'm going to take 2. Okay. So the first card that you got from the Earth Magic was Autumn Equinox, and it says release. So I really like that, considering, you know, your spread and your kind of reading has basically been saying, you know, a lot about taking time to think things through, to take time by yourself, to contemplate things, and to move from your Swords energy through to your Wands energy. Again, it's release. So it's releasing those things, those burdens, those kind of heavy issues. So I'll just read from the book for you about this so that you can get a little bit more information. Let's look. Okay. So it says, now is the time to let anything in your life fall away that is no longer useful or needed for the emerging expression of who you are. Allow yourself to gradually shed what has become burdensome and no longer congruent with the soul's purpose. Conserve your energy by allowing yourself more time to rest, while at the same time making preparations for the winter season or the time ahead. Look especially at your material possessions and be brutally honest with yourself as you discern which of these can be given away or somehow released. Consider shedding relationships that have served their purpose and are no longer viable, as well as a work or a job that has become devoid of interest and passion. With release comes a sense of being much lighter, just like the trees that are openly bear their nakedness once their leaves have departed, and give room for whatever new life is ready to birth following a period of quiet and gestation. So let go of whatever has outlived its purposefulness, and trust that something else will come in its place. Yeah, exactly. So it's about releasing all those burdens. So any kind of burdensome energy, any things that you don't need in your life anymore, whether it be material things, whether it be kind of, you know, conflicts with others, relationships with others, anything that you're feeling is too heavy, you don't need, get rid of it. Okay. So I really like that. It's really nice. Okay, so the next one that you got was instinct. Again, really nice with the rest of your reading, having that instinct and intuition about knowing where you need to cut things out, knowing to move forward in, you know, divine timing, and going with the flow of things. So it says, so your natural instincts, follow them. You are making the current issue more complicated than it needs to be. Trust in the universe. Allow your intuition to guide you. You are always safe. So really nice card. Really like that for you. Okay, and with the Universe Has Your Back, you got 2 cards pop out. So the first one was obstacles and detours in the right direction. Okay, so obstacles are detours in the right direction. So all these obstacles and these issues and these burdens that you've been dealing with, they are just detours to get you to where you need to be. Okay, which is smelling the roses and this 4 of Wands being turned in divine timing into this abundance. Okay, so I like that. That's good. Good energy there. And the second one you got was, Aquarius got this one too. I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. So that's lovely. So yeah, so again, going with the ebb and flow, going with the flow of the month, not pushing things, and miracles and good fortune coming in its natural form with the flow of life. So yeah, really, really nice. I like that. Okay, so some really beautiful energy there for you, kind of Taurus. I really hoped you liked your reading. This was for March, and I will be back with you again in April. So thanks. Bye.